So today I'm going to be building this crystal grid. So a lovely healing crystal grid. And this particular crystal grid is what they call a good for anything grid. So its focus, its intention, its power can be for whatever it is you wish for. So it could be for manifesting something, it could be for keeping that self-belief that you need to move forward in a certain way, or there's something that you need to do. Creativity, protection, focus, anything that you feel you need to create this crystal grid for. So we're going to build this crystal grid, and to build this crystal grid we're going to need a focus stone. So the focus stone for this particular one, I've got a clear quartz cluster here. This particular one was the first crystal that I ever bought actually, so it's got a lot of meaning for me and holds a lot of special memories, special thoughts, because it's something that's helped me a lot along the path I'm on at the moment. So this particular crystal is going to be my focus crystal. It's going to be the one that I'm going to place in the centre of my crystal grid. So my intention, my focus, before the video I set what I needed for this one. This is something that you will need to do yourself. So you can sit, you can hold this crystal that will be your focus stone, meditate with it, just sit, write a list of things that you feel you may need to put into a crystal grid. So just use that and do what you need with it. Once you've done that, you then just want to place your focus stone in the centre of where you wish to do your crystal grid. It might be connected with your family life, it might be connected with your work. So just place it in the right place that works for you. If it's family connected, it needs to be where your home life is spent. If it's work connected, it needs to be somewhere connected with your work. As I spoke on the previous video about crystal grids, you can use sacred geometry if you wish. For myself today, we're just going to do a plain crystal grid, but I will over time use sacred geometry so that you can see the different ways that you can actually create these healing crystal grids. So you've got your focus stone. Your focus stone can either be a cluster, it could be a quartz point. Any point, doesn't have to be quartz. Quartz is just very good for focusing, for activating what it is that you do need. Clear quartz can help hold that intention. It can help you create that ability to move forward and also hold on to your thoughts and beliefs as and when you need to. So you've now got your focus stone in the centre. Once you've got your focus stone, you then want to place the next set of crystals, which for this one is going to be amethyst. So we've got a nice selection of tumble stones here. They can be points, they don't have to be tumble stones. But what this particular one we're going to do with it is, we're going to place it around your focus stone. And with your focus stone, the reason we're going to do that is these crystals, your amethyst crystals, they're the ones that are going to have that connection with your spirituality. They're going to help give you that insight into the needs that you're creating with this crystal grid. So the stones that are directly around your focus stone, they're the ones that are going to create the pathway to the result you desire for whatever it is your intention is with this stone. So just gently place them around in the position that I'm going to place them in here. So again, we've got 10 pieces of amethyst here. And again, just position them just so they're equally, they can be as big as you want or as small as you want. So you've placed your amethyst ones around your focus stone, these are the ones that are going to create that journey for you, that pathway to the result that you wish to achieve. The next stones that we're going to use are going to be quartz points. So we're going to use quartz points here, as you can see. And because we wish, with this particular grid, I want to achieve something not for me, but for my life in general, as in what's going on outside of the life rather than what's going on internally for me. So because I want to help move things on the outside rather than the inside, we're going to place these points so that they go outwards from our cluster in the middle, from our focus stone, so that we can then generate that energy outwards rather than internally into me. If it was going to be for myself that I was creating this crystal grid to help me on an internal basis, whether it's to help my health, whether it's to help my connection with my spirituality, whether it's to help me move on in the path that I want to move on with my work or with my life. If that was the case, then I would turn the points inwards like this rather than outwards, because then I would make sure the energy from the universe is coming into me, into my focus, into my intention that I'd put into my cluster stone. But for today, we're going to turn them outwards, just so that you can focus outwards rather than internally. Because it's a general good for anything grid, you can then use it in the right way for you. So create your grid. Create what we call the good for anything crystal grid, which is how this one is here. Once you've created that, you then want to get a quartz point, a clear quartz wand if you've got one. If you haven't, it doesn't have to be clear quartz. It could just be a crystal that means something to you, that has got a point that you can use to activate your crystal grid. Because we need to activate the crystal grid, and how we do that is we hold our activating crystal. We have that connection with it, with how it feels right for you. You've set the intention. If you are Reiki trained, you can bring your Reiki energies in here now. You can use your Reiki symbols if you're Reiki 2 trained, just so that you can add that extra energy in. And then how we do that is we direct our energy. So we direct our energy towards our cluster, our focus stone in the middle, and then we draw outwards to the first crystal and back in, and then we go out and go round in a circle, activating each individual crystal that's closest to your cluster first. And once you've done that and you've activated those crystals in their inner circle there, that inner pathway that you're going to create, come back and go out to the next set of crystals, so that you then activate them in the same way, holding that intention all the time of what it is you wish to achieve, what it is that you desire, what you want to hold in your heart for the outcome that you do want. So activate all of those crystals in the right way that feels for you, going back into that focus stone each time. And then once you've done that, you've got your crystal grid. Your crystal grid is now all set up, all ready to help you create what it is you wish to create. What you then want to do is leave this particular crystal grid where it can be left for at least 40 days. Leave it untouched. Obviously, if you feel the need to reactivate it at any time, to bring back the energies into it, if you feel it's just getting a little bit stagnant, use your activating crystal again. Make sure it's cleansed and charged, ready to work with, and just start and do and repeat the process again. When the time is right, you will know, because you will have achieved your desire, your intention of what you put into your focus stone. When that time is right, you can remove your crystal grid, Make sure you cleanse them again and make sure they get charged when they need to be used. So have fun and enjoy.